I'm Jim Czek.
I'm Kayla Caruana.
And we're here to talk about EVs. Tesla Talks, this is our show, and we're going to talk about all kinds of EVs. We're going to play some trivia, though.
I'm going to try and stump Jim, if I can. It's really, can Kayla stump Jim today?
There you go.
I came up with some questions, and I thought, we've got a bunch of different options for EVs. I tried to pick ones that rivaled Tesla, because as we know, one that's the best EV on the market. Yep. But that being said, what ones rival it? So I thought I would do a little bit of trivia.
Especially for you people out there that are having EDS and you don't want to drive a Tesla, then maybe you can pick something else.
Yeah, maybe you could pick something else. So we came up with some lighthearted fun today. So, okay, my first question, and maybe just try and justify your answer too, because I'd like to see your thoughts on it.
Sure.
But the first question is, which EV features, and so every answer, by the way, for everyone, will either be Tesla, Lucid, Rivian, or Taycan, so the Porsche Taycan. So it'll be one of those four answers. So just so you know, make it a little bit easier. Okay, so which EV features a steering by wire system with no mechanical connection between the steering wheel and the wheels?
There's only one.
It's only one.
It's a Cybertruck.
Interesting. Okay, what makes you say that?
Because steer by wire is the only one. I think it's the only one that's featured.
Okay.
Is the Cybertruck. And you drove it and I drove it.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to be surprised.
Is it somebody else?
Also Lucid.
What?
I
Lucid?
know.
I thought Tesla was the only one.
No, apparently not. So
Lucid's
steer-by-wire system provides the precise handling that you're talking about and allows for the advanced driver assist features. So Lucid is the one that did it first.
Zero for one there. Look at that.
Look at that. And I thought I was going to trick you.
Oh, there you go. So so that's because steer-by-wire is really cool, and that's what they use in
so what do you know about it? Tell me.
Jet airliners. So steer-by-wire is basically a digital control.
Yeah.
And it sends signals by wire. Yeah. Instead of a mechanical, when you turn the wheel, it turns a thing, that turns a thing.
Exactly.
So it's steer-by-wire. So what it allows you to do, in the Cybertruck that you and I both drove, was at slow speeds, it can adjust its so that you can, when you barely move the wheel, you could turn really sharp.
Exactly.
And then when you're traveling at high speeds, obviously you don't want that to be jerking all over the road. So then it kind of adapts itself to higher speeds and then it's less responsive.
Which I guess would be a good thing too for safety wise.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd probably go in the ditch. Because I think lock to lock on the Cybertruck, it's not even a full turn.
Interesting.
Whereas, some cars you're you can almost go around the circle a couple times,
yeah.
They used to sell those things. You're too young for this, but a suicide knob they used to sell.
Oh.
It was a knob you would stick on the wheel.
On a bus? I think
on a bus. Yeah, suicide, and then you could just crank it. I think they're illegal now, suicide knobs.
Oh, okay.
I think that's why they call them suicide knobs.
When you, a school bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think about. But,
or tractor.
So you got, I tricked you already. Thank goodness. Okay.
Zero for one.
I thought he was going to get all of them right. So this is really for me too. So this is, which EV offers track mode?
Track mode?
Yeah.
Tesla.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. Good job. So for those
That's
of you who don't know.
That's the Plaid, right?
Yeah, so Plaid, and it said that it was also in the Model 3 Performance.
Oh, okay, the new Model 3 Performance.
The new Model 3 Performance, And so track mode is the fine-tune settings for race tracks. Right?
Yeah, and it allows you not to rip your tires apart too, right?
Okay.
So it's so that if you're going to go around the track all day and if you have too much power to the wheels, actually just burn your tires off in one day.
Okay.
So track mode allows it to kind of corner more and without losing a lot of your rubber.
So in terms of a track,
a little bit slower.
Yeah. Okay. So on a track, would you map it out, or it's just about the turning?
It's about the turning, the acceleration, and stuff like that. Okay. So because if you're those cars have so much power, and if you're gunning it at a turn, it's probably going to spin the wheels.
Okay.
And so it just allows the power to be kind of more fluid, right? As opposed to losing it and stuff like that, right?
Interesting. Okay. Okay, there you go. So which EV offers the gear tunnel, which is a pass-through storage area running the width of the vehicle from the rear seats to the back?
I'm going to go with the Porsche Taycan.
Wrong.
Lucid.
Rivian. Yeah.
Oh, right. Now I remember that. Actually, I do remember that now.
Do you?
Rivian. Yeah, because I looked
saw
at
it somewhere.
Yeah, no, I've actually opened it up and looked through it.
Okay, yeah. I thought I saw that somewhere. So that one was a tricky one.
At the auto show I was looking at it.
Oh, did you? Yeah. And so that's a unique storage thing that I don't think that I've seen.
I've never seen anywhere else. No.
Yeah, so that was really interesting.
I was thinking laterally. That's why I thought the Porsche, like this way, like from front to back.
Initially, I was thinking that too.
It's side to side. It's right behind the back doors.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Initially, I was thinking that too. I had to look up a picture of it, but it also says that it's on the R1T pickup.
Yeah,
which is like
pickup truck. Yeah.
Yeah. So which is the Rivian, but like
for so the R1S and the R1T.
Yeah. Pickup trucks in general, I feel like that would be kind of an added bonus.
I don't think you can do them on the gas vehicles too much because there's too much like the frame, everything's in the way. Whereas
but what would be the bonus of having it?
I think you could put like skis maybe and stuff like that because you got about like almost 7 foot long through that tunnel. You can probably put some stuff through there.
Okay.
It's a nice pass.
I was trying to think like what would be the
good storage place, right? Just extra. Typically empty space, I guess.
It's kind of like our frunk.
Yeah, frunk and a trunk.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, which EV brand offers overboost, which is, do you want to know what it is?
I'm going to guess the Porsche, but...
You're right. Yeah, it's the Porsche. Yeah,
because the Porsche has all that money they want. They got to have something.
They got to have something, yeah. So it temporarily increases the power output for short bursts of maximum acceleration. Yeah. And that is on the Taycan.
Yeah, I imagine I think the Taycan is pretty expensive.
Yeah, I was watching a couple of videos before this, and they also had some how it got its name, and I guess it's a Thai is directly related to the horse, like the horse on the symbol. So I was looking it up just to see if I had any other trivia things in my brain. Okay. My
buddy has a Porsche. He loves it.
Does he love it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a Taycan.
No, he has like a 911 Targa maybe or something like that.
Yeah. And how is it? Did you test
He loves it. He absolutely loves it.
Oh.
He's got 2 kids and a wife.
Wow.
I said, how did you get that done?
Yeah, how did you get that done?
How did you manage that? And his wife's driving an old Expedition. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, which is kind of like why for my car anyway, like I feel like it's a nice, and maybe you feel this way, but it's kind of a nice mix of sports car and practical because you get especially with the Y, you get like the practical.
I think you get it all, right? Like, I mean, it's a complete package, right? Do you know what I mean? Like you get the
speed.
Versatility.
Yeah.
You get the speed, the performance, the
fun.
And then the reliability, and then the economy. Like you get, it's like, I don't want to like gush too much, right? Because there's a lot of people out there that don't like it right now. But like, it's hard to beat. It's a package really, really, really hard to beat. Like,
which is why I was thinking like even with these, they are more expensive versions too, like in terms of the EV.
Sure, there is some expensive ones like the Lucid. They're very expensive, very fancy inside though.
They are
very fancy inside.
They are fancy, yeah. Okay, and then do we have time for a couple more?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Cool. Okay, so there's a feature called the tank turn, which allows the vehicle to spin in place using independent wheel control. Which vehicle has that feature?
And it's going to be a Korean or a Chinese. Which was the other one that you had?
So Rivian, Lucid, Tesla, and Taycan.
I'm going to say it's the Lucid.
Okay, it's the Rivian.
Oh, I didn't know the Rivian did it.
Yeah.
I know quite a few of the Chinese EVs are doing it now, right? Because they just spin one wheel this way and the car just kind of spins around, right?
I did not look this up, but I can picture what it looks like.
Yeah.
So do you think that there's another one? Maybe there's a different EV that's not in these 4 that also has
a lot of the Chinese ones do it.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of the Chinese ones do it. Okay. So they just spin one wheel and they kind of like
go in a full circle.
Yeah, and then I think the Hummer, the GM Hummer does crab walk. Right.
Oh, crab walk. Okay.
So kind of like both wheels one way and they just kind of walk across like that, right?
And so I guess like parking, because what would be the daily
use for
that?
Really good party trick, maybe?
Really great party trick. Come check out what my car does in the parking lot.
It might chew down the tires a bit though too, because they're spinning as they're turning. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a cool party trick. The crab walk, maybe if you're in the bush, but I don't know how many instances we just need to go this way now.
Yeah, because we just need to get out of the way. And it's not like
I think it was in the 50s. I don't know what year in the 50s.
Okay.
They actually had a thing where actually you pulled your car in, it's like in a parking space, like parallel parking, because a lot of people didn't want to parallel park. So you put the nose in first, you go to the back, jack up the middle. There'd be a wheel in the middle.
No.
You jack it down almost
Yeah.
like a trailer wheel, and then you just push the back in.
No.
You didn't have to
Really?
let it parallel park. Never caught on though.
No.
But that'd
And
be
that
cool,
was like a
right?
specific vehicle, or that was all vehicles?
No, it was like a specific vehicle. It was a big.
Yeah.
It was like you had to actually jack it up though. And
I
then,
didn't realize that was a big
And there would be
problem.
put a third wheel down in the back,
Yeah.
and like almost like a trailer. You know,
Interesting.
like I've used a trailer for
Yes,
it. Then,
I have. Yeah.
then you can just push it.
Shove it in there.
Shove it in there.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Okay. So, which EV's top performance model? So, I didn't know how to pronounce this. I had to get phonetic spelling. Nürburgring lap. It's apparently the most famous racetrack in the world.
Yeah, I
used
do
to
know
test
that, yeah.
performance. I'm so sorry for butchering the name.
And I'm gonna say Porsche.
You're gonna say
Okay,
Porsche
yeah.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
So it's the lap record for production EVs in 2023.
And it's the Tesla Model Plaid.
It is.
Yeah, the Plaid for
Yeah,
sure.
it
Because
is.
if anything holds a record, the Plaid holds almost every
All
record.
of the records. Yeah.
Fastest car, fastest
Yeah.
this, fastest that. Yeah.
And it was beaten a year later by the Porsche Taycan. So that was a trick question.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
that
got
was
them both
a trick
then.
question. So 2023, it was because I thought that maybe you'd say that, but the Plaid Model S, and then the next year, it was the Taycan Turbo GT.
Yeah, one
that
with the
took it.
probably Optimum boost, stuff
Yeah,
like that,
no,
right?
they're
Just for
just,
another
like, teetering
$400,000
back and
more, you can just have this
Just-
boost, right?
Just a small amount more. Yeah, totally fine. Okay, this is my last question. So, which EV brand uses a heat pump for improved efficiency in cold weather, featured originally absent from all competitors? Now people are coming up to it, but this is the first people to do the heat pump for improved efficiency.
I know Teslas have heat pumps, so I'm going to go with Tesla.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Good job. Look at that. You got almost all of them. It
Yeah,
was
so
just
the
that
heat,
first
the heat
question.
pump is one of the big definite advantages because batteries don't operate as well
Yeah.
when they're colder. So,
So
the
that-
heat pump was a big deal for Tesla.
And you can really tell the difference. Like, you can definitely tell the difference because their version of it, well, especially if you're in the shopping mall or whatever and you turn on the vehicle, by the time you get out there, your vehicle's the only one without snow.
Mhm.
Like, so
That's amazing.
yeah, which is really great.
And we got a couple seconds. Well,
Yeah.
I was in Calgary. I
Yeah.
went to the Tesla dealership there,
That was fun.
and they had the Model Y launch there, and I took it for a drive.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you liked it?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Not a ton of differences though. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, okay.
Quieter. Like we talked earlier.
Yeah.
Quieter, but how much
Quieter.
quieter can it be? It's
How
like
much
this,
quieter
right?
do you
Like this.
need it?
Ready? Listen. And now listen. Right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like
It's about the same. Yeah. I didn't
So
hear
quieter,
anything either
but
time.
quieter.
Yeah.
it's quieter.
Yeah. How much quieter could it get?
Not sure how much quieter.
Yeah.
So
And then any of the other features that stood out to you?
I think the lighting on the car is kind of cool. It's got the light bar in the front like the Cybertruck.
Which
and the
I would
taillights.
like. Yeah.
Taillight's kind of different too because the taillight itself doesn't light up.
Yeah.
There's a light that shines on the car on the bar.
Yeah.
So it's a reflective light.
I do like the rear tail lights, the way that they're going with them too. It does look really sleek
So the light
Yeah.
is actually up underneath.
underneath.
Yeah.
Like
and-
the backside with the
Yeah, because
flap.
of that lip on the trunk kind of
Yeah.
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So the taillight's actually underneath.
Right.
The taillights are part of the trunk lid now. They're not half and half. You know, like the taillights
Yeah.
are one piece.
I wonder how difficult that is to fix. Like if that.
Supposedly they did it to make it easier actually.
Oh, okay.
So supposedly there's more parts on the back too. So, because when somebody got rear-ended or whatever, they had to replace almost the whole back clip. So they kind of
Yeah,
put
that
a few
happened
more
to me.
parts back there.
Yeah. Yeah, that happened.
It has pinstripe lighting inside, mood lighting. If you
Mood
need mood
lighting.
lighting, you can get ordered on Amazon
Yeah.
probably if you add it to any
Yeah.
car you want.
Oh, and the screen you said?
Yeah, so you got
In
a
the
screen
back?
in the back seat. If you got kids or somebody in the back that you want to entertain, there's
Yeah.
a screen in the back.
Yeah. And then
Um,
luxury-wise, it feels the same though.
You know, the thing about Teslas is
They're consistent.
whether you get in like a Y or a 3, and even across, like the newer ones from when they first came out to now, they're very similar,
Yeah.
right? The screen's in the middle. Same as the Cybertruck. Like I would say the Cybertruck, the Model 3, and the Model Y are very similar inside.
Feel. Yeah.
Very similar inside. Same screen. Whereas if you get into an S and an X, you got the center screen, which is bigger. I think it's quite a bit bigger, the screen.
Yeah.
And it tilts too. And then you do have a separate driver information screen, whereas
Makes
the other ones
sense.
don't have any driver information screens.
That makes sense to me. Yeah.
You can buy additional, if you want an aftermarket thing, right? But,
Yeah, if you wanted to soup it up or
Yeah.
get some new things going on.
So
Yeah.
I think right now there's a bunch of Model Ys that are for sale
Makes
in
sense.
Canada that are kind of like they're trying to get rid of the 24s.
Yeah.
So if you don't need the latest and greatest,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can buy like 24 model.
Which, I mean, I have like a 2021 or 2021 model.
No.
And
I've driven
I
everything
like
from like a
mine,
2015, like Model S. I think that was
so from
2013 was kind of the first year, right?
yeah, the
Yeah.
first version.
Yeah.
So from 2015's model to like now's model,
Yeah.
how big of an upgrade are you seeing?
From 2015, what from when?
From when you first drove like the 2015 model to now.
Well, when the Ys first came out, what was yours? 2019?
2021.
So yours is a 3, right? So
Yeah.
it came out.
So it'll be after mine. But I just mean like the feel of Tesla, like the vehicle in general, from 2015 to now.
Not a lot.
Not
right?
a lot?
Not a lot. I think like cabin comfort, maybe the seats are better now, right? Do you know what I mean? Different materials.
But the design stays pretty consistent, other than
pretty
maybe that
consistent.
steering
Like you
wheel
could easily,
change.
if you wanted to buy a used one, and right now, just for a fact for everybody, BC is getting rid of the no tax on used EVs up to on April 30th, I think. So if you're looking to buy a used one in a private sale to avoid paying any tax, you're gonna have to do that before April 30th.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna pay the PST, not GST. You're gonna pay the PST at the elevated level.
Right. Because it's not the same. Is it the same taxation as if you buy a vehicle? Are they just bringing it up to standard, or is it different?
No, there was because of the Clean BC initiative, so there was no tax on any EV, doesn't be Tesla. No tax on any used EV in BC bought in a private sale.
Okay, and then are they just bringing it up to basically the same?
They're just getting rid of that rebate, right? So then, like a gas car, you'd be paying, PST starts at 12% on used cars. If you sold me your car, it starts at 12%.
Yeah.
Which is, PST is usually 7, but you get a special kick. In British Columbia, you get 12.
Oh, love it. An additional amount. Yeah.
Because there's no GST on used cars.
Yeah.
Across Canada.
Across Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because GST is a federal thing.
But then HST, I guess you pay, well, it's the same. I guess it doesn't really matter because it would be the same.
Yeah, they just charge you more.
Yeah. Love that. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to pay tax?
Who doesn't want to pay more tax? Yeah. Exactly.
You know, if you sell that same car like 10 times, it will generate more tax. And it doesn't matter any car.
That's interesting.
It'll generate more tax than the car costs in the first place.
I guess it makes sense.
Hey?
Yeah.
What a deal.
Well, it's kind of like when you go to a thrift store too. Like you pay tax on things that are in the thrift store.
Which doesn't make sense either, right?
Right?
Because the tax has been paid.
Yeah.
Like if you want to help people out.
I always thought that was weird.
BC government, if you're listening. Yeah. People that are going to a thrift store could probably use the tax break.
I know.
Right? I mean, a lot of people go there anyway. Like my son prefers to shop there.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. And so I always thought that was weird.
But why are you charging tax on something that's already been taxed?
Has it always been that way? I don't actually know the answer to that. Yeah.
Whose phone is ringing?
I don't know I don't have mine. I don't know the answer to that, but has it always been that way? I'm not sure.
Well, there's no tax in Alberta.
Oh, like on thrift.
Because there's no tax on used stuff on GST.
Oh, okay.
There's no GST, which is a federal tax.
It's just,
and Alberta doesn't have.
Right, of course. Yeah.
A sales tax.
Tough. Interesting.
But I was just in Calgary, like I said, and test drove that Model Y launch.
Yeah.
What they do have is -15.
That is true.
And snow.
That is true.
And a lot of that. A lot of snow and a lot of cold.
A lot of snow.
And,
my family's from Alberta too.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like, unfortunately, it's a lot of snow. That's why people come here. It's so beautiful.
That's when you pay tax. Maybe we should live there and just visit here.
Yeah. Well, that's what lots of people do.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's been our show for today on Tesla Trivia.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching Kelowna Now.